G'day guys, today we are answering the question about, is it true, do you really need money to make money? And of course the answer is gonna shock you. But before we get into that, allow me to just quickly introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tim Guest. I'm Australia's leading financial educator and I'm the Managing Director of Infinite Wealth. I've led financial education events to almost 20,000 people just in Australia alone. And at the same time, Infinite Wealth, we've designed strategies for over 3,500 people to have them get from where they are right now to where they want to be using only what they currently have available to them right now. Now, of course, we love it when you guys join these videos. Of course, if you're a long-time follower, welcome back. And if you're someone who's tuned in for the first time, it's great to have you here. The only thing that we ask is that we'd love to see your interaction with these videos. So, question, comment, like, love, angry, and of course, what we would love for you to do more than anything else is share this video on your timeline with your friends, family, so that they can get the benefit of this knowledge. And at the same time, it helps us keep building a bigger audience, and it just keeps me inspired to do these kind of videos, right? So like I said, today we're going to answer that question about, do you really need money to make money? And this is actually a question from Phil in Western Australia. He sent it through just this week. Hey Tim, how much do I actually need to start investing? Well, here is the great news. You need nothing. Okay, you can all start from exactly where you are right now. Now, how I normally recommend people get started is by using the Raise app. So probably people have heard me talk about this app a number of times in the past. Okay, this is an app that allows you to connect it to your daily transactional account. What it'll do is every time you make a purchase, it's going to round it up to the next dollar and invest your spare change. It invests it in one of 6 index funds. Index funds, these are the kind of funds that are recommended by Warren Buffett, by the Barefoot Investor, and something that I've been a very big advocate and talking to you guys about for a long time. Really, really great way to start investing. And of course, you're investing without really any money. And of course, anyone can get started from that point. At the same time, you don't just want to be investing your spare change. You really got to be building for the future. Okay, so one of the things that I recommend doing when it comes to the Raise app is sitting down and actually working out your budget, determining how much you can afford to invest or how much you can afford. We use the term pay yourself first. Actually do a budget, figure out, I don't know, whether it's $100 a week, $200 a week, $500 a week, set up an automatic payment into that Raise account because that's going to invest it in the same fund. It's been, over the last 12 months, I've got a return of just over 12%. So it's a fantastic way to invest. And of course, that's going to get you up to your $5,000 mark as quickly as possible. And once you've got to your $5,000 mark, hey Robin, welcome to the video. Once you've got to your $5,000 mark, now you've got a couple of options. So the first thing that I would ask you to consider is if you're someone who's a first home buyer, $5,000 might be enough to get you into the property market. It's going to depend on which state in Australia that you're in, depending on the different stamp duty concessions and the first home owners grant that's on offer. But I know a lot of our followers are in Perth, because obviously that's where I'm initially from. You can even sometimes get started from as little as $3,000 and get your foot on that property ladder. G'day Bruce, thanks for joining the podcast as well. The broadcast. All right, great. So that way you can get into your property market if you're a first home buyer. But what about if you're not a first home buyer? Well, then what I'd probably recommend is once you've got to $5,000, if that's all you've got to invest, then you move your money from the Raise app into something like a Vanguard exchange traded fund. Now, I'm not going to get into the complexities about what an exchange traded fund is. I've done a lot of other videos and I might do another one maybe next week or something along those lines explaining exactly what this is. But it's a fantastic way to enter the share market. Rather than trying to pick the best share, you're just going to invest in a wide range of shares, something like the ASX 200 or the S&P 500. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it too much. It spreads your money over a wide range of shares, and what you're going to do is effectively get the returns of the market. The best way is getting the returns of the market while keeping your costs down. But what about if you're looking at getting into property investment? Okay, now obviously the ability with property, you've got the ability to leverage your money. However, what it's going to mean at the moment is typically you need around about $50,000 as a minimum investment to buy a property investment. Now, of course, you know whether you've got that. If you can just go to your bank account and access your savings and you've got $50,000 there. But what about if you're going to access that money from equity? Well, you may remember a formula that I took you through maybe a few weeks ago called the lazy money strategy. Okay, I'm just wondering why it's not public. There it is. All right, the lazy money strategy. How do you work out whether you've got enough equity in your home to be able to pull $50,000 out of your equity to then go and invest? All right, so here's how you work out your strategy. Say, for example, you own your own home, you're living in your home. What you want to do is work out the approximate value of that home and then times it by 90%. A bank will only lend you at the moment up to about 90% of the value of that home. Okay, once you've figured out the 90% number, then minus your current mortgage amount. okay? That will tell you how much available equity that you can access. If it's $50,000, that means you could look at investing in property. So basically, to wrap it all up, guys, you don't need any money to start investing, okay? You can get started by investing your spare change. Once that gets up to about, using the Raise app, once that gets up to around about $5,000, you might look at using your first home buyer's grant if you've got access to that, or transferring that into something like a Vanguard exchange traded fund. If you want to get into a property investment and you're not a first home buyer, you're going to need probably $50,000. You can access that by either coming up with the cash or utilizing your equity. Okay, guys, if you need any help working that out or you want to find out something more particularly, please just be in contact. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Apart from that, guys, we got the last events of the year. Okay, I'm only doing one more workshop for the year. For those of you in Perth, you're the lucky people, all right? Now, keep in mind what happens here, guys. Probably at the start of the year, you made a commitment that you wanted to take, finally take charge, sort out your money, take control, maybe start investing, building for your future. Keep in mind, the whole year's gone now. It's like how it goes, right? You blink and you miss it, okay? So if you're someone who's been meaning to do something and you haven't pulled your finger out, now's the time. Last workshop of the year, Tuesday, the 4th of December. G'day, Josh. G'day, Todd. Welcome to the broadcast. If you guys haven't been to a workshop, you want to get along to this, all right? Tuesday, the 4th of December, it's at the Perth Convention and Exhibition Centre, 6:30 till 9:30. Look, guys, if you check out our Google reviews and things like that, you'll see that people talk about these events as being life-changing. Okay, if you want to get on top of your money, you want to have your life changed, get along, come and see me. You'll absolutely love it. It'll be great to meet you. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Hope you have had a fantastic week. You're going to have a fantastic weekend ahead. Like I said, let's get our money sorted out before the end of the year. Please, once again, we want to see your interaction with these videos. So like, love, angry, comment, question, and most importantly, please share. Have a great day, guys. I look forward to speaking to you soon.